Does someone somewhere have a voodoo doll collection of this roster right now? I don't think so. Then help me make sense of how this team can be this bad. Maybe they're just a bad hockey team. You ever just want to get down on one knee and thank the hockey gods upstairs that Phil Forsberg is a Nashville Predator? Hey everybody, it's Jersey Guy. Hold my beer. Are you sure you want me here? Hat trick watch anybody? Is it maybe somewhere that we owe a massive debt to the hockey gods? Again and again and again. Feeling like a kid again, Johnny. Is happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? This isn't an ad for some dang cookie. I want a piece of that action. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. What do you have to tell me that is going to make me feel positive? And maybe the Titans won't let us down on Thursday. Let's walk it off! Okay, on with Johnny's reaction video.
Redemption take you home.
Let's lose 6-2 to the Florida Panthers Thursday night inside Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. Dress for a game, play a game, lose a game, rinse, repeat. This team has lost 3 in a row and 5 of their last 6. I hope to survive this season with my mental health intact. Preds playing the second half of a back-to-back after losing in Washington last night. So, yay, of course, Scott Wedgwood would get the start in this game. I rather would have had it the other way around, and hopefully Saros, the more experienced goalie, could pick up the slack. So we get what we get in a situation like this where Wedgwood has to play the second half, and this team was as sluggish from the start to the finish. No fight back. You knew it was going to be ugly early when 3.5 minutes into the first period, I don't know what Wedgwood was doing, going that deep onto the red line, coming when Sam Reinhart was coming down the right wing board and just was able to skate behind the net. And because Wedgwood is all the way over, he can't slide back to prevent the wraparound, and the Panthers take a 1-0 lead. And then a minute and a half later, Preds give up an odd man rush. Yeah, that's really what you want to do with the defending Stanley Cup champions in their building. Matthew Tkachuk makes it 2-0. And stop me if you've heard this before. Preds are not able to get their first shot on goal in the first period until 8 minutes in. They were so bad on the shot clock. I think, let me double check what it was. Yeah. Overall for the game, 7 shots on goal in the first period, 4 shots on goal in the second period, and 7 shots on goal in the third period overall. This team with no fight right now. In the second period early, after Luke Schenn got a holding call late in the first period, Panthers start on a fresh sheet of ice on the power play, and right as Schenn's penalty expires, Evan Rodriguez makes it 3-0. Good. Thank you for contributing to this game as you always have been recently, Luke. It almost could have been 4-0 a little bit later off the stick of Barkov, but Wedgwood is able to make the save. And with Steven Stamkos already sitting in the penalty box, Roman Josi near the tail end of his penalty would get called for tripping, putting 2 of what you would hope would be the Preds' best penalty killers in the box when they could be using that time on the ice to create offense. Nope, they're having to kill off penalties, giving Florida Panthers power play time in their zone, and eventually, with Josi still on the box with a 5-on-4, Carter Verhaeghe officially makes it 4-0 Panthers. And I had an amazing realization after it was 4-0 that, yes, I told you that the Preds got 4 shots on goal in the second period, but much like last night against Washington, the Preds took forever to register a shot. How is this team still starting periods so freaking slow of creating any amount of offense? They're highly paid professionals. Give me a break. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do. About 2.5 minutes after Carter Verhaeghe made it 4-0, Preds on a power play of their own, and Roman Josi sets up Steven Stamkos for his 4th of the season. Preds are only down 4-1. Yay! Like they're really going to come back, I was thinking in the moment. On a serious matter, in the last quarter of the second period, an errant puck seemed to go over the glass and hit a Florida Panthers fan, and they had to be treated medically. I hope they're okay. And for good measure, the Preds can't escape the second period with only a 3-goal deficit. They have to give the Panthers their 4-goal lead back. Odd man rush. Alexander Barkov has the puck. I don't know what. Go look at the replay and you try to explain to me what was going on, because I can't share the video here. What was Brady Shea doing? Just free-willy skating back on the offensive zone attack by the Panthers. Barkov gets it over to Carter Verhaeghe, who easily beats Wedgwood. 5-1 Panthers. Preds and Panthers continue to trade, taking penalties through the first few minutes of the third period. Oh, look, an on-man rush by the Preds that produces nothing a few minutes later as Bobrovsky stops them. 6.5 into the third period, and guess who's enjoying a parade to the penalty box in this game of multiple minor penalties? Yay! Luke Schenn decides to give a blatant cross-check to the back of Anton Lundell. Did you really think the refs weren't going to see that, Luke? And he sits for another 2 minutes. Yay! I know Luke Schenn makes so much money that the Preds can't scratch him, but once in a while, maybe on a back-to-back, would it kill Bruno to scratch him and dress a healthy Dante Fabro in his place and see if Dante can prove that he deserves to be playing over Luke? Panthers comfortably in control now. Preds on that penalty can't kill it off, and of course Paul Maurice, I don't blame him. He dresses his fourth line and even did get on a scoreboard. Thomas Nosek makes it 6-1. This is embarrassing. Yay! 28 seconds later, Yusuf Parson gets his second goal of the season. So is it a little bit more respectable, I guess, as the Panthers are now leading 6-2. Oh, look, the Panthers are going to have a 2-man breakaway, and Carter Verhaeghe is looking for the hat trick. Yes, put me out of my misery, Carter Verhaeghe, and all Preds fans everywhere. But Wedgwood bails out his team because that's the best he can do. Finally, this torturous game comes to an end. Panthers winning, going away 6-2. Do you know how bad it is? And this game is just a microcosm overall of how bad the Preds are being outplayed 5-on-5, courtesy of Boyd from Penalty Box Radio on Twitter, who helped me out to know this stat, that with this game included now, through 14 games, 5-on-5, the Preds have been outscored 37-15. That is absolute dog water. I'm just going to go off the cuff here just to finish off this Preds fan reaction video. I don't know what to say anymore at this point. It's 14 games into the season. This team is 4-9-1 and playing like absolute garbage. Okay? This team is supposed to be better than this. They're not supposed to be like the best team in the league overall, but instead they're near the bottom of the league. They're near the bottom of the Central, bottom of the league overall, much less the conference. You know, I know we have a couple roster injuries with Novak and Sissons, but the guys making the money on this team are still dressing for games and just going through the motions. Like, they've got the CMA road trip coming up after they play Utah at home on Friday. After that, I don't know what am I supposed to expect from this team. But I've decided to do these fan reaction videos like, oh, it is a freaking worse than any freaking migraine I could ever imagine. Like, I know everybody knows about the clip from the afternoon drive show. I will not say that host's name, when Barry Trott's general manager said that if things don't change quick, then he'll flip to a rebuild. But fans realize, right, that a rebuild is not going to be able to be done overnight or in a process of a week. It's going to be a long, dragged out period, especially with all the no-move clauses on this roster. People who sign up to be a part of this team who don't want to be shipped out just like that. Well, you know what? those people who don't want to be shit up, just like that, if they don't want it to be miserable for them and the fan base, give your head a shake and get your heads out of your butts and wake the hell up. And this goes for the coaching staff too, because I love Bruno and everybody for what they did last year, but it's not working right now. Figure it out. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media and interact with me during every Preds game by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. And oh my God, this can't get any worse than this, can it?